nature over time?
Yeah. North America at the time of the great impact 66 million years ago that wiped out the dinosaurs and basically gave rise to mammals was actually two different continents. There was an ocean about where the Mississippi River is. The West has a distinctive environmental setting that makes its history a bit different, especially its environmental history. But what it really meant in terms of the story that I'm working on right now is that most of the wild creatures that populated North America came either across the land bridges from Europe and basically spread through what is now the northeast, the southeast, and westward to approximately where the Mississippi River is. And most of the creatures, at least the ones that didn't evolve here, and I'll tell you what those were in just a second, most of the creatures that ended up west of the present-day Mississippi River came from Asia. So we actually have two different faunas in North America. A European fauna, black bears, white-tailed deer, moose, and a Western fauna that is really allied with the fauna of Asia. And so some of the questions you have to ask about an animal like coyotes, for instance, are scientific ones. How did these creatures evolve? How did they manage to survive the extinctions 10,000 years ago and the wipeout of American fauna between 1820 and 1920, and they come through unscathed? Why? What do they have going for themselves? We eventually passed a national law, by the way, in 1931 to exterminate coyotes. And Congress comes up with $10 billion to create a series of World War II era poisons that will destroy them. And yet they survive. Coyotes have served throughout 10,000 years of human history in North America as avatars of human beings, stand-ins in the world and in the human imagination for us. I mean, it begins with the Native American coyote stories. And coyote is the oldest literary protagonist in North America. He's a kind of a figure who is part human and part coyote. He has a coyote face, he has red ears, he has a long nose, he has a tail, he stands up, he has opposable thumbs too. Fission fusion is a biological idea that argues that there are some animals, most of them mammals, there are 19 of them around the world, that have the ability to be both fusion animals, where you can participate in a social group. In the case of coyotes, of course, it becomes a pack. And you can accomplish ends that you wouldn't be able to do as an individual animal, as a group. But when conditions call for it, you can also be a fission animal, which means that you can separate from the group, act as pairs or individuals, and sometimes that's the advantageous way to take on a particular threat. We are also fission fusion animals. We are normally social. Our evolutionary history is as a social creature. But at various times in our history, often during great genetic bottlenecks in the past, or during disease epidemics even in written history, one of the ways you survive those kinds of things is you separate from the group and scatter across the countryside. And that's exactly how coyotes managed to survive this onslaught that we made against them.